Then I see games that stand out where you lose to Garen Jungle in 10 minutes, and I feel confused. I don't know. It's 7 days ago. It was a 10-minute game. It doesn't look like anyone was AFK either. Everyone, everyone bought items though. But they're your mid jungle are level 5. It's the lowest.
You literally can't FF before level 15 if there isn't an AFK.
Yeah, no, I was meaning that. Did you guys just open or what? Like, that's a. Not. No, you're fine. It's not really important. But I just was like 10-minute game. I mean, it's not relevant. It's fine. I just messing. Ooh.
Damn. You gonna take that?
No, I'll see you guys later. Okay. Let's just go over. I'll go over ranked queue only. We'll type in caitlyn. You got a 56 and on her, so that's good. I mean, you have a lot of wins lately, so you definitely bumped that up for sure. Now, has anything I said to you feel like helped at all? That's fucked. I just feel like you're lying to me. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, and in those situations, you have to consider like, what do they do to you, right? I mean, like if it's a Hellblades Kaisa, you don't want to just run out in the open where she can get her full Q stack on you and just pop you with their passive, right? Like you want to fight near something so you don't take all the damage. I mean, like situations like that, like what do they do? I mean, what do you have to do and what do they do? Yeah, and sometimes it could just be as simple as just auto attacking, right? Like if your versus an Israel or something, he oversteps, and you can position where he can't hit you with his Q. You can just trade all day with him, and he'll eventually you'll out DPS him. Mhm. Yeah, Varys is very strong in short trades and poking, so you definitely wanna pressure him in a situation where he can't trade with you. So like you look at the reason like why you want to freeze, right? The two reasons you'd want to freeze is to the first one is the safety side of it, right? The safety side of it is if you're being camped and you can't push up, right? That's one reason. But the aggressive reason to freeze is say you can stand in front of the minions and zone your opponent off XP and gold, right? That's another that's another reason to freeze if you don't feel comfortable sieging instead, right? Because denial sometimes is a lot better than just getting yourself ahead. So if yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, especially if you, yeah, if you know you're stronger and you know you'll win the fight, right? You can push them back with being with that aggression for sure. You let them decide when the fight's over. You know what I mean? And then if they use anything to get away, you already pushed them off. It's fine.
You wouldn't last a day in the void.
This guy is always like really funny to watch because it's like he has so many moments where he could just like pop someone. Like he'll he'll land the sleep and do like everything so good, and then he'll just like not auto, yeah, or like just doesn't recast the queue. Like, it, uh,
I'm on the case.
I I I think he plays well enough as far as like his mechanics to get to gold very easily. I obviously I think you can get there too. I think the biggest things that hold you back, right, is number one is definitely yourself, right? Like I feel like you don't focus hard enough when things go bad, right? Like just think about what's happening next. Like the mental is definitely a big thing for you, I think. Uh, you know what I mean? But I mean that's just something that's gonna vary game to game. But I feel like that's the only time I think that you struggle the most is when uh, yeah. Once it's shot, your gameplay is just gonna be shot with it. You know what I mean? It's just how it works out. I think he was just trying to help out and was hoping that Yon wouldn't go for him. But there's a possibility he didn't have the awareness. Like, 'cause but like, if say he does get to his team on time, like say he didn't run back for whatever reason, like he just kept running to his team, he would have been perfectly fine there. Because they had such a huge lead, you know what I mean? Like, he sleeps the Yon, walks to his team, he's fine there. He doesn't die like that. But sleeping the Yon and then backing away alone again, and then giving Yon a second engage just made no sense. So that was a little strange. Well, what's your other lane opponent? What's the rest of the people in the game? Uh, I would still go armor, honestly. Cause like Brand's a lot of things you can avoid. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff there that is just mostly physical, and Ari does some true. So it's like the magic just would only help you versus the uh Brand and Ari, but like even in lane, like Senna is most likely gonna poke you at Qs more than Brand should be. Like if Brand's up in your face, like that lane's kind of just lost. I feel like. Yeah, just watch the level 2. Don't die preemptively, because like they still might look for the engage level 2. It's a lot of damage. Although Senna's like not the biggest aggressive early. Like Brand still can be, but Brand's more of a level 3 anyways. So because he wants that passive to proc you on the 3 spells. You went Caitlyn and who else?
Don't be caught flat-footing.
Oh, you guys should dumpster that lane.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yeah, you just play off of Swain Jarvan then for the level 2. Just don't telegraph it. You should be fine.
Hot on the trail.
Minions have spawned.
What do you mean by that?
I love a good chase.
Wait. Like before they get there? Like pull the 3 minions to the 1 minion so it kills the first one? Yeah, okay. I mean you could. There's nothing wrong with that. If it's ever given to
Sorry,
you, you can
boys.
do it.
I keep the fuzzy cats at home. Boom. Headshot. Got them in my sights. Boom. Headshot. Want to see a hat trick? Time for a shakedown. Me? Miss?
Disgusting.
I have the tools for the job.
Ooh, they have the new crystal swain. Very nice. You're about to die, by the way. Is Darren muted or something?
Up for a showdown.
What's a terrible position?
Hot on the
Why is it in a terrible position? I mean, silver. Whoever freezes in silver.
I love a good chase.
I can't hear you over, wee wee.
Don't be caught flat-footed.
I wonder if it's how it decides the route to the game server.
Want to see a hat trick?
So what you're saying is you should move to Chicago if you want to get good.
Move along down the left.
Oh no.
Boom.
Wow, they're super low.
Time for a shakedown.
What's funny is before the heal, that would have one-shot him too.
Ming, miss, no.
Well, it seems like you're winning the lane now. Oh no. Oh. Sad.
So many bad guys. So little time.
Trying to get him to help you push, and he's just like, huh? What? I don't get it.
An enemy has been slain.
I have the tools for the job.
Oh man. It's kind of nice having a new phone. There's a lot of new features that I didn't realize were added in the latest Androids that it's actually really nice. Yeah. I really like how they did the fingerprint scanner on the Pixel too. It's a lot better than what I had on the Galaxy. Just eating all of the skill shots, aren't you?
Hot on the trail. I love that chase.
Hmm. I can understand that somewhat. When I go up to like 150 ping, it can throw off my Pantheon combos.
Who doesn't like being under the gun? Boom. Headshot.
Well, I think mostly it just throws off my last hitting, to be honest. But last hitting is a bitch as it is, so. Brand Senna, yeah.
Are you guys playing together? Okay. Then I just ask you. Alright. Oh, man.
How dare you ask him? Blasphemy.
bad.
You dare asketh?
Oh, you win those. Trap them. Why don't we trap them?
No sense.
Ah. No. No. Think about it. You did the net thing again. Remember we talked about that. We don't use it. We don't use it. But you kill him before Olaf gets there. You just trap him.
Don't
He's
be
just
caught
dead.
flat-footed.
Then you have your flash out. Like they're not gonna kill you instantly. You know what I mean? Olaf's not LeBlanc or Zoe or anything like that. Takes them a solid like 8 to 15 seconds to kill you in the time that he has to walk there and actually kill you.
I think he
Yeah.
forgot that his ult can be cancelled.
But just keep in mind, if your Swain does hit his E, the first thing you want to look for is a trap. Like, right away. Chain that CC.
Not by
And hold your net. Definitely one of the biggest things we kept saying last time was, you're always trying to net for damage, but did you take lethal tempo again, right? Yeah, don't be netting for damage. You're losing damage.
up for a showdown. Boom. Headshot.
You have a slow push going. You might as well get it shoved in all the way and reset. You're just out of mana.
I have the tools for the job.
Oh no.
It's fine. If they're pushing it back, you can even look for a reset without shoving it, because it's already, like, you just reset now. Not a big deal. Jarvan pinged on his way, so if he wanted to try to stay, he could, but I'm just saying, if you get it shoved out, like you clear the wave out, right? And they're just gonna shove it right back right away, it's not a big deal. Because they're not gonna freeze it. The only reason you shove it all the way for a reset is so they can't freeze it on you. Yep.
Yeah, you almost certainly would have died there too.
Yeah.
Hot on the scent.
Just keep in mind, step 1 is trap every time. Step 1 is always trap, followed by auto, right? You don't even need to Q until he flashes or gets out of your auto range, if necessary. you just run him down with the autos because we got the lethal tempo.
Ally has been slain.
Want to see a hat trick?
I like the quick look by. I think that was fine. 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Let's
Yeah,
investigate.
just gotta get out of the mindset that your net is not your damage, right? Like it's great for like certain situational combos, but it is 9 times out of 10 you'll not use it in situations like that. Like when you watch the other guy, how often do you see him net during a fight? Like at the start of a fight, never, right?
Especially considering it's your escape tool.
I mean, exactly. It's your utility. It's not your damage.
Time for a
It's only damage if needed. Like say like you guys
Just
are.
look at Pantheon E. Like, the scenarios where you use it for extra burst are very few and far between, but it does happen.
Yeah.
I have the tool. Boom.
Ari's here. That was a good. You can play around the waves if you can't get charmed. That's alright. Just stand away from your Swain. That's fine. You guys can turn this, I'm pretty sure. Just look for an ult, doesn't matter who. I think you could have kept pressing up though there. Ulting right away, right? Like as soon as like they did that dive, because any of them were good, and then you could have just kept going.
Too many bad guys. So
Dominating.
little time.
Olaf's here now, so you definitely just gotta get out. Keep in mind too, if you're ever running like down like this, you're giving them time to cut to you. To where if you run, although it's closer to them, you get to your tower faster the other way. Cause like you're in. Oh, okay. So I was saying that when you're running away from someone, right? If you run up right or bottom right, you're always giving them more space to run to you, right? To where if you run like more on the left, even though it's closer to him, right? You get to your tower faster. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Me? Miss? Not by a long shot.
I get you, but I would definitely always try to take the shorter path while you have the time to do so. A lot of people make that mistake, especially when they're playing the other side of the map, red side, when they run up right, and they always give like someone the time to run them down, when they could have just ran up left and then been safer sooner. So I don't know. Like when I gank a lot, I notice it often. I'll run up left as I'm approaching them, not run up right, and I can get to them almost every time.
I keep the puzzle
But
paths at home.
just because they're not running, they're running a longer distance. It's almost like if you run like a track, and you have multiple lanes. Like the inside lane's always gonna be slightly shorter. So I don't know when the Olaf's running there, right? Like what I would do personally is I'll wait till this fight's over. So what I would have done is, as I'm running away, I would wait until I'm in range to auto him. I would start autoing him, and I would use Gale Force to dodge the axe. I wouldn't use my net. I would use the Gale Force because, like the net, you might still get hit by the slow and have a chance of dying, right? The Gale Force is pretty instantaneous. So like you can get damage on him in case you do want to turn the fight, because he's definitely overstepping by chasing into you alone. His team wasn't there to follow up. Although they are in the lane, they weren't nearby to follow up. You see what I'm saying? So like you do damage, and you definitely can hit him several times before he gets to you, and then Gale Force for safety if required, right? But you might even back him off by just hitting him. You don't need to slow him or anything like that.
Your team has
So
destroyed a
just
turret.
keep that in mind. You don't need to blow all your escape right away.
Turret has been destroyed.
There are situations where you need to, but not always. Yeah, just because he was alone, right? If he had other people walking with him and everyone's approaching him, well, weren't far. Sorry, they weren't close enough to him though, right? He always gets to you much sooner than they do, so you can definitely chip at him before you're trading, because you wouldn't be trading with him because he's melee. If the Ari was there, what you did would be fine, right? Because like
An enemy
yeah,
has
because
been
she
slain.
dashes at you, she's ranged, whole different story, but. It's just one of those situations you keep in mind. What do they do to kill you, right? Because he has to get to you first.
Boom. Headshot. Got some nice sounds.
Yeah, well, he ulted before anything even happened. He just, as soon as he stepped out the bush, he pushed R, which was just really dumb. Which is why I feel like you had that window just to kite him. Because that ult's almost going to time out too. So he really just can't do anything. That's why I feel like you hold the net and just use the Gale Force.
Not by
And then you
a
chip
long
at him.
shot.
And then, yeah. That's one of those plays where it's you punish the mistake, because he made several mistakes in that game.
Up for a showdown.
It was good. So all you got to keep in mind here is you can't get hit by Ari Charm. So nice. No, I get you. I'm just saying like that's so. I was gonna say you gotta avoid shooting your Q out and stuff like that when you're nearby, because that will lock you in animation, and she can look for that. Because they're all on that side, you could just like triple trap that side of the turret, so they can't walk up, and have them only work on the other side, so you guys have a safe side. Yeah, you don't ever turn here. Yeah, you just don't ever turn here. It's just a full get out. If your team turns, you just keep walking. No one turns. Just leave. You just look for the reset. You guys gotta defend that turret. If you, I mean, if you do Raptors, you gotta go straight to turret. You can't reset, which is fine. It's just keep in mind your team might fight. It's because it's what it's leading up to.
has been slain.
Hot on the trail.
Victory!
Nice job.